Hello guys, it is Sheila the PA doll lady, and today we are working on restringing one of our girls because I moved her and her little clip fell off and off came all her limbs. So we're gonna try to put her back together. There goes her little hook. So all I need to do, this one is fairly easy. All I need to do is get these springs, or these this string, into her body and above, into her body and out the neck, and then we could put her back together. So thankfully she didn't come apart like all the way, because these have even more parts to them, and this one is a two-parter. There's other ones that have like this little thing that falls apart as well. So this one should be fairly easy, I hope. We're gonna undo this doohickey and I'm just gonna loosely tie it so I can run it through her body. Now, it's amazing to see that I went to the doll show. I went to the Eastern National Doll Show this past weekend. And they had like doll doctors there, and I was totally dorking out. I probably should have taken her dress off so I could see what I'm doing. That would have been helpful. And I went to the doll doctor station, and it takes them ladies about 2.3 seconds to get everything done. And here I am fumbling around trying to figure it out. But that's how it goes. The professionals always make it look so easy that it makes us want to do it ourselves. And then we're sitting here with doll parts trying to figure out what the heck we're doing. So just remember, when you're looking at a professional, it always looks so easy. It's not impossible to learn how to do this. It's just a matter of getting this through the body and up to the other side. Now, I seen that Miss Sandy, the doll doctor, had like this little, I don't know, it was like a hanger hook or something like that, and apparently she made it herself, which is very helpful when you're fishing the string in the body. I, on the other hand, haven't made that yet. So okay, so there goes the string. And the tighter I pull it, the quicker I could get her leg through. Legs nicely tight, I should say. I'm not sure. Yeah, that's probably that way. Okay. All right, so I'm just gonna, this is what happened, guys. I took her out of the packaging, and this hook left the thing go. And before I knew it, I went from having a complete doll to a couple doll parts. So, and as a matter of fact, looking down this thing, this might just not even be a real hook, because it looks like a nail that somebody possibly put together. So anyways, so that's that. Doll people do Frankenstein their dolls. Doll people do all kinds of weird stuff with their dolls to try to, you know, put them back together and that kind of stuff. So I don't know where her other sock is, so we're just gonna remove that one. That way we are both, wait a second, this is not even the same color, come to think of it. Okay, so there again, might have been one of those dolls that somebody loved and they kind of found parts for it afterward. because they're not even the same color. Or it doesn't look like the same color to me anyways. All right, we're gonna, yeah, that hook hanger thing that she had looked pretty freaking cool. I was like, well, that's pretty handy. She said I made it myself. I think she said she made it herself. And I'm like, okay, I need to figure out how to make me one of them things. Because essentially what it does is it's like a hook, and she puts it down the body, and it grabs the string, so you're not sitting here struggling like I do. Yeah. All right, so the ball joints go towards the front here, so then she could bend her leg. All right, so Miss Thing here is officially, now that I have both elastic things come through, she is officially good to go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to undo this one. I'm going to tie it. I don't know. I feel like that hook is not, it's not gonna be good enough to keep her. Maybe this is why she fell apart the first time. This is like a household hook type of ordeal that they did. And honestly, I don't do much doll repair, so I don't have the right hook for her either. Let's see if I could. And again, this is what I'm talking about. Like, a doll doctor will do this in 2.5 seconds. And me, I'll struggle for 2.5 hours. I mean, it would be easier if I had the correct hook, which I don't. You know what? Maybe I could stuff her head first. That way, the little thing that's in there. Yeah, make sure I don't mess up her eyes. Okay, there we go. All right, let's try this again. Ah, you're still moving on me. If I had a person that was near me, I would much rather pay to get it done than to do it myself. And sometimes if I get frustrated enough, I will just, I think I did this backwards, guys. Maybe I should not have tightened this yet until I put her head through it. So the one lady at the show was saying, well, you can learn how to do everything on YouTube. And I'm like, yeah, I get it. But you know what? I like watching people do their craft. I really do. I'm one of those people. I don't necessarily want to sit down and watch a movie per se. But if I'm at a show or if I'm anywhere, really, and somebody is doing something that I don't know how to do, I would, you know, I like paying for that kind of stuff. Like I like watching when people do like pottery, or I like watching somebody who loves to cook and they are just like fully enjoying themselves cooking, because I personally could care less about the kitchen, but I do enjoy watching people who love their craft, because yeah, no wonder this thing fell out. This is nowhere near enough for this. You know what? I'm probably gonna do this and it's gonna fall right out again. Let's see. I'm gonna try to do it loose. Because this head is gonna keep falling out. This hook is not deep enough. The doll is a Trago doll made in the USA. I think she's been in the process of getting saved by a couple people here. As you can see, she has one lighter leg than the other. It looks like she may have been painted at some point, maybe. Maybe her previous owner was just trying to save her as much as possible. I learned at that doll show that trying to get your composition dolls restored could be very pricey. So again, I may end up just paying for like a how-to clinic, you know what I mean? Like, I would love to learn how to do it myself. Not that I want to like do this all the time, but every now and then, like, you know, I enjoy putting them back together if I can. If it's easy enough and it's not gonna like take hours and hours on end. I don't mind putting them back together. Now, if it gets to being a little too hectic, then it is what it is. She's going home as is, and somebody else can enjoy the process. But I'm not gonna tighten her too much, because honestly, I don't want her to fall apart again. And I don't see. Oh, here. So this is what I'm talking about. Like, they come apart and, oh, there goes the hook. They come apart in all different directions, these girls. There goes the hand, the arm, the little ball joint, and then this. Anyways, there should have been somewhere, there should be a thing. Because this is strung. I don't know where. Oh, maybe they put it inside of there. Where is it? I can't see. I can't see, and I don't want to make the whole thing fall apart. I don't know, guys. Maybe, just maybe. And this, again, this is why we pay professionals to do this stuff. Because otherwise you're sitting here like me. Unless you enjoy the process, which, as you can hear, my house is nice and quiet. And I'm just sitting here trying to figure out my life and this doll's life at the same time. All right, I wonder how I can, there it is. There is her knot. Okay, well, now that we have found the golden goose, now we could do this. All right. I'm just gonna unknot her right here. And then I'm going to re-knot her. Oh, let's not do the same thing again, Miss Sheila. Let's not do that same thing again. Okay, hold on, let me see if I could get this right. Oh, I didn't notice. She's missing a finger. Okay, so here she's missing a finger. Did not notice that before. But these girls have been through it, so it's part of their journey. Similar to us when we start getting old. When we start getting old, we start falling apart, and so do the girls. But lucky for them, there's people that can get them put back together a lot faster than we can be put back together. All right. So Miss Thing is ready for her debut. Check her out. Her legs are not necessarily super duper tight, but they're not like dangling and falling off her body. And now her arms are also not falling off her body. I'm gonna go find a scissor and cut that off, and she will get her little hat. She will get dressed back up. Alrighty. Let's make you look proper again. Now that we're put back together. I'm gonna cut the ends of this when I get up to get a scissors. Trago, made in the USA. That is her body. I'm not sure if that is also her, I haven't done research on her yet to see if, I just haven't done research on her, period. I've had her laying around. I don't know about you, but I buy, goodness gracious, I don't know how somebody's supposed to put this button back in here. There we go. Well, she could do a better split than I can, that's for sure. I buy collections, and part of the collection is people's project dolls. You know, the dolls that you're gonna fix later and later and later and never get to it. Yeah, so that's part of the purchasing. Well, this is such a pretty dress, or a pretty underdress, I guess. So part of the collection buying is, you know, you get all the later projects, and I try my best to either put them together if I have time. Like if it's my slower season, which right now, because it's winter time, I have the luxury of doing this. In the summertime, I am crossing state lines left, right, and center, and I'm all over the place shopping and going to pick up these girls, so I don't have the time to do it. I just don't. So at that time, I collect them and do like everybody else does, and I will keep them for my slower, hopefully for my slower season. And I was never recording before, but hopefully we get to learn how to do this and get better together. I can do it. I can show you how I do it. It's not professional, but it gets the job done. It's kind of like, you know, your friend that could put your car together for a couple more weeks type of ordeal until you get a new car, or until you get the budget for a new car. So that's my doll fixing level. I could get them back together until they get to their real owners, and at that point they could get done. either the right way, or a lot of people are just displaying them. And also, there's a collector for everything, guys. There is a doll collector of dolls that have boo-boos. There is doll collectors of just like the doll heads. There are people that are buying doll parts because they want to learn how to fix them, and they need an inexpensive doll before their skills are such that they can touch their expensive dolls. Because whoo-wee, you sure don't want to be messing with an expensive doll and not know what the heck you're doing. Not that I've ever done that before, but I am a hands-on kind of learner, so I will take them apart sometimes, put them back together, and maybe sometimes not know how to put them back together. Done that too. But if you find joy in putting them back together, then you can go on some of the websites, you know, and like when I have a big collection and I'm down to like my fixer-uppers projects that I'll do later type of situations, those dolls will go in the store and they go pretty inexpensive, because I know that, you know, either you're buying them to just practice before you touch your own good quality doll, or you're just buying it for a Friday night in. That's what I call it. I call it a Friday night in. You don't want to be dealing with people. You don't want to be hearing anybody's complaints, anybody's anything. And guess what? These girls, they don't complain about anything. So they don't judge you for putting them up the wrong way. They don't judge you for anything. So you can not put on this button like me. All right. Alrighty, girly, you are just about ready for your debut. And there she is. I do not have my moving camera today because my moving camera thing makes a noise and it's driving me crazy, and I don't know how to fix it yet. And today I had to drive to go pick up some other girls that I won at an auction, and they're so beautiful, but I need to do some research before I put them in the store. I got caught slipping, and I sold an early Kessner for a very, very low price because I was rushing through and not paying attention to the research, or not navigating the research enough, I should say. And you know what? It happens. Every now and then, you just slip. No matter how many years you've been doing this, you will. Here she is. So she has, let me try to bring up the camera so you can see us both. So she has 10 eyes. She has painted eyelashes, open mouth with teeth in it. It looks like she must have been a project doll for somebody, because this spray paint situation that she got going on is not normal for a doll that is, you know, her age. And also there's just like different limb discoloration going on. So I think she might have been a project doll. So she will be listed as such. I will say that she's a project doll that she has been lovingly put back together, including us putting her back into, you know, stringing her back on. She is missing a finger on that hand. And again, that's fine. There's a collector for everything. There's a collector for perfect dolls. There's a collector for non-perfect dolls. And there's collectors for imperfectly perfect dolls. Because some people, you know, some people love their bougie friends, and some people love their humble, I don't care friends. And some of us love all the above. So dolls are the same. They bring joy for different reasons. Now her eyes will not close right now because her eyes don't close right now because I have it stuffed. I do have a wig for her, and I also have a hat. I didn't bring it here because I figured I wasn't sure if I was going to have enough time to do the restring and not run out of battery type of ordeal. So thankfully we got through it, and there she is. She's ready to be displayed, so she could go home and sit on a shelf and be her pretty self again. Alrighty, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, watch my other ones. This is the second or third girl I've restrung. The other one was a tiny little bisque doll that I restrung, and I'm trying to show you guys how to restring, package small dolls, package big dolls. The big dolls is the one that everybody's usually curious about, but if you want to see me packing small dolls, I could do that for you too. If you have any questions about dolls, doll collecting, how does one get into being a full-time doll reselling business? What are you curious about? Let me know in the comments. Peace.